Hello everyone and welcome to a different sort of video. Welcome to a game you may have not heard of. It's called Emberward. This game is a tower defense that's also a roguelike. Yeah, haven't heard of that one before, have you? Honestly, I don't know why this one's gone under the radar for so many people. It is underrated. It deserves way more attention. It takes elements of what you can tell, Tetris looking blocks, and you build mazes as a tower defense. That's right. You build the maze. I'm gonna get started by showing you what I mean. We're gonna do normal. We're gonna do the normal area. Ignore that. We'll just be doing this as normally as I potentially can. So I can just show you what this game is. This game deserves way more attention. We'll do the normal person. I guess we should do the normal flame. There's different kinds of flames with different kinds of abilities. We'll just do a normal run to what you can expect from this game. So you have these sets, right? These are what you can choose from to start with. Or you can press these buttons to re-roll them. For free, by the way. You have the option to re-roll for free from the start. There are like re-roll tokens later on, but from the start you can re-roll free. But I'm gonna just choose a basic one. We're gonna just use this one. And these are obviously your relics, your upgrades essentially. And for this case, I'm probably gonna go with this one. 3 seconds. If a tower doesn't attack it within for more than 3 seconds, will critically hit. It's guaranteed to critically hit, I assume. That sounds good to me. There is also upgrades you can unlock as well. They still don't have their final unlock yet, but these are all the unlocks, and I already unlocked them all, but we'll just leave that. These are our rewards for each of these paths. This symbol is a tower, this symbol is the block we get through building a maze. This symbol is a relic, this thing, and that's the token we use to reroll. We're gonna do this one, because it makes the most sense. So you see? These lines are where they come from. So they come from here, and they come from in the clouds here. So essentially, we take the blocks, and we place them down, build the maze. And I'm not probably going to be the most efficient with this, because I honestly just kind of go chaotic with it, and there you go. These are buff tiles that can grant buffs to our towers if we place blocks on them. But obviously, I didn't do that, so I can't do that. These, we can't place on these logs, but we can place on that and our place tiles. We can also draw additional building cards. Obviously, we can't build on there. We can't block a path. We build a tower, and we build a tower, and we just let it go. And that's the whole game. Everybody knows what a tower defense is. You defend your whole area. And sometimes, occasionally, you'll get treasure chests, which gives you additional blocks or temporary buffs. Or just or coins. And sometimes health if you're low on health. Obviously, I'm not low on health. So see, buffs can also be applied to blocks as well. And if I chose the top route in that map, I would have been able to choose a block card and apply a buff to it. Depending on its size, it can have more buffs. That's a concept you don't see a lot in tower defenses, do you? I'm just gonna place all the towers on all the buff cards, aside from the fire one, because that's not really gonna do anything for my current towers. We can also speed up the things here, or we can slow them down by a lot. And here, this game has 2 separate upgrade paths in this. There's no multiple upgrades, it's just these 2. Do I want damage or do I want fire rate? I suppose for the 2 towers out here, I'll do fire rate. I shouldn't need anything. This is the first level. So I should probably upgrade more of these towers. Pretty simple stuff. Right here, it shows us the enemies. We can check which ones they are. And since I have these guys on damage tiles, I'm going to give them fire rate instead. I'm glad I placed these guys back here, because those spiders were getting pretty far. The campfire itself could also attack, although it doesn't do a lot of damage, so don't expect it to be a very helpful source. However, if you're in a spot, it can attack itself. I just wouldn't rely on it because it is not a very powerful tower. But again, like, seriously, this game deserves way more attention. I have checked the statistics on Steam. It deserves way more attention. I thought all these, like, roguelike YouTubers were all in it on these roguelike games. I'm surprised I have not seen, like, literally anything on this game. Or as much as I should, you know? Maybe I've seen, like, 1 or 2 things, video-wise. I don't know. I just feel like I have not seen enough. Because, again, it's a pretty fun game. It really is. It is fun to make the mazes. It is fun to just, you know, play these over and over again. And this is still in early access, by the way. At least I believe. I'll have to double check on that. And that was the whole thing. That was the whole stage. We get rewards for it, the XP, obviously, to those talents. We also, see, now we get to choose a tower. The Frost Tower is an ice type. Lava Tower is fire type. Thunder Tower is electric type. Pretty obvious. What these numbers mean here is how much space they'll take up. This will be a 3x3 tower. This will be a 2x2 tower, and this is a normal size tower. There's sometimes towers that are the shape of plus signs that are 3x3 that take up, again, plus sign shaped areas in a 3x3 area. But obviously, I'm gonna go with Thunder Tower, to be honest. It's a pretty powerful tower, so you want at least one powerful tower to have on the get-go. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna go with Golden Furnace. Because I have spare cards that I haven't placed, which often, a lot of the time, I don't usually place all my cards. I will have them. And we're on the route to a battle anomaly. Alright, there's two different kinds of these. There's three different kinds of these battles. There's the normal ones, and then there's the battle anomaly, and then the battle corrupted. The battle anomaly is like a random effect that takes place in the battle itself. For this case, it placed at a block or tower during battles, which means when the battle hasn't been initiated, or the wave specifically, it creates a shockwave that causes all towers within 3 tiles to malfunction, so I shouldn't be placing tiles while the battle is going on. I don't normally do that. Sometimes I forget, though. And then battle corrupted are just harder levels. And then there's altars, which you use to sacrifice your health to get more artifacts, and you can also restore your health. Shops are self-explanatory. Workshops let you alter your blocks, or you could get rid of them if you want to. And then, obviously, the boss. We'll see where it goes. We'll see how things go. Pretty small area to work with, but we got a lot of... Oh, yeah, there was another thing in this field that there's a mission they have to do. Obviously, the first one is I can only build 3 types of towers. That means I can only build 3 towers. The top one's usually the easiest option, and the other 2 are a little more difficult. Do not build during battle phases. It is in my best interest to not build in battle phases, so that would be a pretty easy one to do. I'm gonna try this one, though. Build at most 3 types, which means I can only build 3 towers at once. Not like the amount I build, but like, if I build these... like this tower, this tower, this tower. I can't build this tower, or I fail the mission. It's an easy mission that I will most likely screw up, just so you know. Because I screw those missions up all the time. No joke. I wish I was. Fire rate on that, and that's all we can do. Okay, so we got those. I'll sell it when I need to. We just have it there for defense purposes. For the sake of being able to defend, I'm going to do that one. Right, I'm going to sell that. And I'm gonna buy that. So, I gotta make sure I never build this basic tower, ever. Okay, we got a boss coming up. We can check through the... Oh, yeah, and also, sometimes, your towers can actually make the trees catch fire. Kind of a cool effect. So this guy's above. He's gonna start... Oh, he was wiped out. It doesn't matter. But he could start, like, wiping or malfunctioning my towers if he got close. Didn't matter, though. Obviously, I forgot to mention, you're timed between waves. We're on our final one. We got 2 kings this time. Do range on that guy. Fire rate on that guy. We shouldn't even need to. Yeah, we should be fine, though. We also click on these guys, check their damage, and that sword symbol is how much damage they would take on our fire. Or maybe he did. Well, he maybe did, and he was just wiped out very quickly. That's an anomaly field. Alright, so you get a block, right? We also got that, which is pretty good because we have electric towers. So when you get a block right, you can choose buffs for it. That will probably do. And now we got additional towers you can grab. Don't remember if I've tried this tower out yet or not. I'm going to try it out. I don't recall if I did in combat. I'm going to go with that. So I think for the sake of this, we're going to showcase the Battle Corrupted and the Altar. And so you can at least see what these are like. I'm going to regret this, but let's do it. The Corrupted battles are usually a lot harder. Not impossible, just a lot harder. And by the looks of this field, you can tell why. There you go from all 4 areas. Wow. And now they're all going to be funneling in through there. Not the most efficient, but at least we have them funneling in. And yeah, it's going to be 6 angry bees. But yeah, these corrupted areas have these tiles, which you can't place on. There's actually the large block, which we had in that one battle. I think you can place over them. Yeah, okay. We got this thing. Crimson Lizard. Let's just do one of these. I don't know how they're over here now. One did slip through. We're going to take a little bit of damage here. I don't know how they warped over there. But we can put a 1 on the other side. We can double up on our damage. We did take a little bit of damage there, which does kind of suck. But now we can finally afford our tower. There we go. Now we're cooking. We got a thunder tower, though. That's pretty good. That's pretty powerful. And they were close. Ooh. What do we get here? There's our healing thing. We're now back up to full. Wait, hold on. I can use this. I can unlock that. And then I can put that there. Wow, I'm a genius. And now this has fire rate. We now got 2 thunder towers now. These battles don't go on for a while entirely. Later in later worlds, they do kind of go on for a while. I don't know how those guys warped all the way over here in that one wave. That dark grip did something. I don't know what it did. It did not do the right thing. That's all I know. Yeah, these guys aren't getting past us. They are getting past us. Alright, I'm gonna place that one there. Make it fire. And that's the death corridor right there. And, you know, we should be fine. We got 2 thunder towers. Pretty powerful stuff. I'm gonna give fire rate for this. It only increased it by a small amount, but it does feel like it's attacking faster. Or it's just my imagination. Probably my imagination. We got another block. I'm gonna buy another basic tower. So we now have an ice tower. I'm gonna do overcharged battery. That seems to make the most sense since I have a lot of electric towers. Well, 2, but, you know, that's still a lot to me. That was a corrupted battle. I may not show every single one of these normal battles, but... So we'll probably just get through this and I'll show you those ones. Not much happened that way, but I did get a bunch of chests one round, and one of them gave me a reroll token. I didn't know they could come out of those. I'm gonna do Chomp Tower, not related to any other specific chomping plants from any other game that is a tower defense or a platformer, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna show you these ones. These are pretty quick to check out. So this one, you don't sacrifice your max health, you just sacrifice, see, you do that. That's the best way I could show. And then you can recover, restore, or increase your max health. And then shop, self-explanatory. I have an upgrade which reduces prices. I don't even know what I just bought. It was something called microtransactions. I should check that. I do that a lot when I play these kind of games. And then there's some additional towers I can buy. I'll buy them. Why not? They're on sale. Reroll, see if we get other things on sale. We got more things on sale. Another thing, I'm not going to go with full price things, to be honest. I'm just going to move on, because the final one is the workshop. You use it to mess with your blocks and add runes to existing ones, which I might just do that instead. And that's all we can afford, so that microtransaction thing will not do a thing my next battle. Had I reconsidered that, though, I would have gone the upper route to get some extra. Doesn't matter now, does it? We're on the boss, though. The final boss. And this world is some giant snake dragon thing. That. 8,500 health. Insta-killing. The way the bosses work is they move... actually, every world, a boss works very uniquely and very differently in each world. In this one, it moves and turns. So it doesn't move the entire time. It just slowly moves in. That seems trustworthy. People in the towers. Wow, that is brutal. That's the chest I was talking about. Only a measly 200 damage. Fine. We'll do that. Okay, so it's absorbing. A poison pistol is created in the cauldron's range. Interesting. Interesting. Uh-huh. I see. Okay. There we go. We only start moving in on, like, the final wave. He's just attacking these towers now because he's brutal. Evil. I don't know. We're getting a lot of chests, though. And then I just noticed I actually am getting towers from these, too. I didn't notice that before. I shouldn't have sold that. Oops, my bad. But essentially, what the dice tower is it's the gambling tower. You gamble, you change its damage. Its max is 6. There's a D20 version of that. Get that one. So you could show the buff. Look how fast it's attacking, by the way. Slow down. Oh, that's where it created. Oh, that's what I was doing. Oh. It actually creates poison tiles in the area. I completely forgot about that. He just walked through the blocks. He's ignoring the laws of physics. He might go down this way, by the way. And there you go. You can literally clear the boss that early. I don't even think we'll even do the final wave. I didn't even think I'd be able to pull it off. I mean, no. And that is Emberward. You got many various difficulties on many various worlds. The various bosses are quite different from each other. They just added, Compendium here. This is one of their recent updates. It showcases achievements, tutorial, monsters, relics, all that. But yeah, that's the game. I think I explained enough, and you should really check this out. Again, early access, and there is a lot of content out, even for early access. Quite impressive. I wonder what more this game will hold, and it deserves more attention. You should give it more attention. This isn't even a sponsor. I just wanted to share you a game that I've played and I feel like deserves more attention. So yeah, bye everyone. See you in the next one. Not my typical videos, but you know, I think, you know, sometimes if I'm interested in the game and I like playing it, I should share it with you guys. A show and tell, you know. Hopefully this video didn't turn out long, but you know, it probably won't. Anyways, like and subscribe. Bye! Tokens.